Hi, my name is Jennifer, and there are multiple things that stood out to me in this course because there were so many things that I did not know about. And we always have like that thinking, oh, this is what teaching is, but in reality, this course, for me, especially for me, just totally changed it. So, one thing for sure that really stood out to me would be like the field observation videos that we had to do. Even though I know we had to do these in person and we had to only do it in our subject, I feel like I learned a little bit more learning, like being able to see these methods being used in different subjects. Like each subject, maybe it was like almost the same format, but in some it worked, like in some subjects, in some classes it worked, and in some it didn't. So I feel like that's an eye-opener for me for some of the things, to try new things for my classroom, for my subject, and and to see if it works. Like like I saw for the math one, they did like the counting song. So maybe for me, because it's Spanish, for the verbs, I want to do like a song, like make up a song for the verbs, for the law, so they can understand, how to change the verbs and stuff like that. I feel like that's a way, that's what really stood out to me because I learned all these new assessments that teachers showed, and those are some things that I can use in my classroom for my students to see which one works for them. As well, I would have to say the readings that stood out to me as well because they were really an eye-opening. They basically told us, well, we had to understand the children, and we had to change the way that we thought. Because for me, I don't know, maybe for me, I thought like, oh, okay, one method is always going to work for all students, and in this course, that's what stood out to me because they told me no. Every student learns differently because of their background, because of just the way that they are. Not everybody with one method is going to learn. And I would have to say that that's my fault for thinking that because in my high school, that's how they usually did it, with one method and always had to work with all the students. So that's what the other thing that stood out to me. I feel, and also what stood out to me would be that this course told me that no student as well learns the same, and that we need to adjust to the student so they can learn and they can receive the best education that they can possibly get.